Okay, guys, so this one is a little bit more difficult. This one, you are given a point, so point, and you are given the slope, and you want to convert, you want to write an equation in slope-intercept form. But because you're given a point and slope, we're actually going to first write that, and then we're going to convert it. Okay, so here is an equation is in point-slope form. So y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1. So what is what here? So the slope is given to us. That's 8. So we're going to substitute that here. Now our x1 is this one right here. That's -5. This is the x. And then the y1, oh, hold on. I'm just going to highlight it. And then the y1, so let's go with blue. Y1 is -42. So that's going to be substituted over here. Okay, so let's carefully do that. So we're going to do y minus, instead of y1, we're going to put -42. Anytime you are substituting a negative, you're going to put it in parentheses. Okay, then that's equal to slope times x minus x1. So that's -5. Okay, now let's go ahead and work on this a little bit. Whenever you are subtracting a negative, so remember, two minuses make a plus. So that would be plus 42 equals 8 multiplied by x, and minus minus again gives you a plus. Okay, how do we convert this to slope-intercept form? Remember to first start distributing that slope to each term here, while leaving the left-hand side the same for now. Okay, so you get y plus 42 equals, now carefully distribute. 8 multiplied by x, well, we're going to write it as 8x because default operation is multiplication. Plus 8 times 5, well, that's 40. Okay, and so we are almost done, but we want y by itself. So we're going to subtract 42 from both sides. Okay, and that's going to cancel it here. So we want opposites, right? Opposites cancel. So here we got y equals 8x. What is 40 subtract 42? So if you want to, you can just use Desmos right here. Just use Desmos, say 40 subtract 42. But because the second number is larger, you are expecting a negative answer. So you shouldn't be surprised that you get, okay, so first it's going to be 8x and then minus 2. Okay, so let's see if we can put that in there. So this is our, oh, I wrote 8x twice. That's not good. Okay, so this is going to be y equals 8x minus 2. So that's going to go here. Okay, now we're going to do exact same thing with the second example. So here again, we're going to say y subtract y1. That's the y coordinate of the point. That would be -20 equals to slope, which in this case is -8, times x minus the x coordinate of the point. Okay, so to pretty it up a little bit, we're going to simplify the minus and the minus and make it a plus. And on the other side, for now, I'm going to just, write it again. The next step is to distribute the slope to each of the terms. So let's do that carefully. So we are multiplying -8 by x, which is going to just give us -8x. And then we are multiplying -8 by -2. Now, when you multiply two negatives, that's going to give you a positive. So 8 times 2, well, that's 16. So we're almost done here. We're going to subtract 20 from both sides because we want to cancel that plus 20 on this side. And we are basically done. So this will become -8x, and 16 minus 20 is -4. So our final answer here is going to be y equals -8x minus 4. Okay, the last one seems a little intimidating, but I'm sure we can handle it because that one has a fraction as a slope. So here we're going to say y subtract the y coordinate of the point equal the slope, which is -5/3. Let's put that there. And then x minus the x coordinate of the point. All right, so again, the first thing is to distribute that slope to each term. So also negative and negative becomes a plus. So negative 5/3 times x, well, that's just negative 5/3 x. So the only problem here is this a little bit intimidating, negative 5/3. We need to multiply that by -9. But we can do that because we have our beautiful calculators. So we're going to say negative 5/3 multiplied by -9. And they will tell us, okay, well, that's 15. Okay, awesome. So this is going to be positive 15 because remember, negative and negative becomes a positive. The last step is to do the operation opposite to adding 12, which is subtracting 12. So we're going to do that from both sides. It's going to cancel here. And then we're going to get negative 5/3 x. So 15 minus 12, if you use a calculator, you will see that that's 3. So that's the last example. And let's see if we can check our answer to see if that's right.